Hello and welcome to Unseen Hands Tarot. I'm Amanda, but my friends call me Andy, and I'm here to showcase the lovely new Goblins Gardens tarot deck recently funded on Kickstarter. The creator of this deck is Jonathan Sacha, and as you can see, I've already unboxed it and received it and have been working with it, but I've put everything back the way it was when I received it so that I can show it to you. I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook here, lovingly created by Jonathan so that you can get to know the deck creator and the deck a little more. So Goblins Gardens is a tarot deck featuring artwork collaged together from gardening encyclopedias and Dungeons and Dragons books and modules. Jonathan writes, "Welcome, wanderer. Welcome to a world waxing wild. Welcome to a world where you'll find no masters, no heroes, no rewards for quests complete, no spoils of war nor plunder of dungeons, and no evil for good to meet. Welcome to a world of daydreamers, water watchers, sunbathers, tree talkers, flower feelers, fruit eaters, layabouts, and lollygaggers. Welcome to the Jubilee at the end of the world. Welcome to every story that's ever been left behind." So instead of traditional tarot suits, you'll find that they've been replaced by different plant life since it is Goblins and Gardens. You've got ferns as swords, fruits as pentacles, wildflower as wands, and succulents as cups. A few other things have changed as well. All of the dungeon doors have been removed and are being used to build garden beds and trellises. As we speak, ramparts are being torn apart by massive mycelial networks and are well on their way to becoming compost for next year's crops. There has been a great shift in autonomy. Every monster is living a new life in your absence. The world is healing. Okay, so I'll read a little bit more from the guidebook as we look at each card. This is a 78 card, traditionally inspired tarot deck, 22 major arcana, 56 minor arcana cards. The backs are beautifully designed in this collaged grid pattern. The sides have this really lovely gold sheen to them. The weight of the cards is sturdy and a little bit textured, and honestly, this is the perfect shuffle size to hold in your hands as a reader. So when we flip the deck over, we're starting here with the majors at card 0, the Fool. I'll read to you a bit from the deck guidebook. The Fool, keywords: do, make, say, think. The Fool rushes to greet you, wide-eyed, wild, and bearing gifts. No weapons and no shields. Trust takes time and gives chances. Old rivers that had run dry now flood with life again. Forgotten seeds of epics past float to the surface. Lotus flowers bloom. Potential proliferates when you're open-palmed. Wander over the garden wall into the unknown. The path winds, the land turns. You are invited to be boundless. The Magician. The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. the Chariot. I'll read a bit from the guidebook for this one. Keywords: ride, history, command, and arc. Your determination spins the universe to motion, and the success of everything around you seems to hang on the cog of your mind's will alone. But control always has a cost. Throw down your tools of conquest. Cast them into the sinkholes of history's past. Every story has wheels within wheels. Today you can hear the satisfying crunch of heroes' bones under the lawnmower's blades. Where will you ride tomorrow? Strength in this deck, it's number 8. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged One. Death. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. I'll read a little from this one. Keywords: swell, rhythm, collective, subconscious. You're far from home, wanderer. Out here on the tidal flats, you may find yourself illuminated by the moon's silver torch, or held fast in night's clenched fist. What is hidden is seldom revealed. So get to looking around. Don't flip the rocks, you always check. Follow the push and pull. Watch the moon. Is she swollen? This is the closest you've been to your end, and look, the rest of the universe stretches out to meet you. Lean in. Ride the tide. The Sun. Judgment. And finally, the World. The key words here are dream, feel, listen, and hope. Here's the door in the room we built. It's not locked, but it won't open for you. Witness the wounds we inflict on this wild world, and know that we too are wild. Every war, every birth, every beam of light, every creeping shadow, and everything in between is ours. Our tapestry is woven beyond our understanding, but never beyond our reach. And a quote, "Tears beyond control try to clean my soul. Hold on. You are whole. You are home. So welcome back." And this card marks the end of the Major Arcana. I'll show all of the majors together. And then we'll move on to the minors. The last half of the majors, from Hanged Man to the World, number 12 to number 21. Okay. The High Priestess threw the Justice card, number 2 to number 11. And finally, the Fool and the Magician. Okay. On to the Suit of Swords. Swords in this deck are represented by ferns. Let's start with the Ace. Keywords: pierce, clarity, invite, and new dawn. Curled up in castles by the sea, bronze dragons unfurl like oak leaf ferns. Nestled against dormant ramparts, they welcome the crisp open air, and a new dawn calls with clarity. All beings tucked away in slumber are invited to wake up and roam the long road ahead if they want. Sharpen your steel, minding the duality of your intellect, torpid and tenacious. Create and communicate in balance with your surroundings. The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. The Four of Swords. The Five of Swords. The Six of Swords. The Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords. The Nine of Swords. And the 10 of Swords. I'll read the 10. Keywords: accept, sleep, farewell, and rainbow. The storm giants are a tired bunch. Even those that survived find themselves run ragged. They settle in for the long sleep in devastation's wake. The crown of the maidenhair ferns has fallen. Who will pick it up off the washroom floor? Your suffering has been harsh. There were probably times when you thought you wouldn't make it. Many did not, but you're a survivor. Know that this epic has lapsed and you have weathered the wrongs. Here's the Page of Swords. The Knight. The Queen. And the King. I'll lay out the royals. Page, Knight, Queen, and King of Swords. And here's the suit. Okay. Wands are next. Wands are represented by wildflowers. I'll start by reading the ace. Keywords: spread, sparks, hope, and germination. The dandelion's floating seeds mirror the magic of the beholder's eye stalks, careening around on different currents. We are the seeds on the wind that land in the cracks of sidewalks. We become the weeds that are often underfoot but never ending, powerful but sensitive. Behold, pure potential. Bear witness to the magic of the world. Spring has sprung and everything has been brought to a new light. Follow the path and let your inspirations illuminate the way. The Two of Wands. The Three of Wands. The Four of Wands. The Five of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. And the 10. The key words are ritual, memorial, vow, and ancestral. Carrying chrysanthemums and daffodils to the burial site had become a summer ritual for the surviving fire giants. Their volcanic halls were splattered in blood from the adventurers' countless raids. The giants' collective vow never to forget the loss of their kith and kin is a burden, but it is resolute. Gather up those old bones of yours and rise to the occasion. Overcome. Sometimes a burden is best buried in a specific spot. And a quote, "That ghost is always with me." The Page of Wands. The Knight. The Queen. And the King of Wands. The Royals. King, Queen, Knight, and Page of Wands. And now the suit. Ace through 10. Okay. On to the coins, which in this deck are represented by fruit. Let's read the ace. Keywords: bloom, maps, greet, and meet. Some feared the eggplant like the mind flayer. As the stories go, you could lose your mind to either. The mind flayers had feasted on the brains of others, but they were never fulfilled, while eggplants were believed to cause insanity. That all changes today. The world has gifted these purple-skinned aberrations a buoyant bounty, friendship, a monster's mirror image. It's time to begin your journey towards abundance, but you need a plan. Draw up a map and seek new material wealth around you. The Two of Coins. The 3. The 4. The 5 of Coins. The 6 of Coins. The 7 of Coins. The 8 of Coins. The 9 of Coins. and the 10. Keywords: settle, feast, family, and generational. The hill giants play the long game, the clever little turnips, settling near human encampments and allowing barbarian myths to perpetuate. They dedicated themselves to the raspberries. They will be eating pies long after the heroes have abdicated. Eyes on the prize, kid. You got this. No need to rush. Wealth surrounds you, and your gratitude sings a clear harmony with the land. You've sacrificed a lot, and now it's time to share what you've learned with many generations to come. Maybe a garden's gift was the love you grew along the way. The Page of Coins. The Knight of Coins. The Queen of Coins. The King of Coins. The Royals, King, Queen, Knight, and Page of Coins. And now the suit. Ace through 10 of coins. Onto water. We'll start with the Ace of Cups. This suit is represented by succulents. Keywords: flow, love, praise, and imagination. Amongst the wreckage of the past, a giant octopus lovingly curls around a silver torch cactus. There is new life down here near the vents of the ocean floor. Can this ancient invertebrate get the shy succulent to open up? Vile vessels left only the brawniest coral alive, but the new peace that settled into the land means that reefs can rejoice and resuscitate. All this pressure and spiritual energy spilling out, magnificent. You can feel a deep and compassionate force flowing. How can you be a conduit? The Two of Cups. The Three of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Seven of Cups. the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. The key words are gather, family, cheers, and harmony. Drifting up from a frigid lake with a bouquet of tree house leek succulents, this forest giant finds himself at peace. A snowy fog drifts above him as he relaxes for the first time in a few hundred years. His tankard is full. His family draws near. Tears of joy crystallize his cheeks. He drinks deep. Now giants come from all over the land, fire, and sky to gather here. It's been a long, trying time for you and yours, but you've thrived. Celebrate with kin and kind. Cheers. The Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. The Royals, King, Queen, Knight, and Page of Cups. And finally, the suit. Ace through 10 of Cups. So now I'm going to put the deck back together in no particular order and give them a shuffle so you can see what it looks like to work with this deck. The cards are slick, so sometimes they can be a little difficult to pick up, but I like the coating because I think it's going to help them last a long time. They shuffle real smooth. Temperance. Sun. And the Five of Wands. Nice little reading we got here. Eight of Coins on the bottom of the deck. One more shuffle for you, the other way. The Page of Swords, the Knight of Coins, the Fool, the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. One little thing I'll share at the end here. In the appendix, the deck creator, Jonathan Sacha, explains that throughout the guidebook, they've used several direct quotes from other forms of media that have been influential in the creation of the deck. We've collected for you here an appendix of the source material for those quotes. So you'll find that throughout the card descriptions, certain things will be in quotes, and you can find the source of them listed here. Okay, it has been my pleasure to show you the beautiful Goblins and Gardens tarot deck. I hope you get yourself a copy at goblinsandgardens.com. Jonathan Sacha also has a really fun Patreon if you'd like to support the deck in other ways and support the continued creation of his art. You can find more about that at goblinsandgardens.com and at Goblins and Gardens on Instagram. Get into it.